Hello and welcome to my channel. Today is Friday. It is Freestyle Friday. So I am so glad you decided to tune in today. My name is Kathy. Of course, I'm going to be your host. And today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to work on a shirt for my husband and a shirt that he's been wanting for a while. So if you're interested in what we're going to be working on, stay tuned. Okay, so we're back. And as you can see, and like I just said, that I am going to be working on a shirt for my husband. I did him several shirts, but this shirt has been cut out for a while. I just had not gotten to it. This is a Vogue American designer. This is one of the vintage Vogues. It's a Bill Blass. It's pattern number 2155. So, this is the pattern we're going to be working on, and I'm going to hack it a little bit. As you can see, I'm going to be doing view B. As you can see, it's a little long, but I'm going to shorten this up. It's rounded on the sides. I'm going to block it off and then still do the slits on the side. He wants a little vents on the side. I'm just going to do one pocket, and he'll have the Mandarin collar. I think everything else is basically the same. So, okay, so what we're going to need for this is, of course, we're going to need y'all like that fabric? This is a very nice fabric that he picked out. The grays and blacks are really nice. So, you're going to need to cut 2 of your yokes. Need to cut your Mandarin collar, and I've already put my interfacing on there. You're going to need your pocket. As you can see, I've already structured my pocket. You're going to need your front. Cut 2 of your fronts. And cut 2 of your, well, that was back. Cut 2 of your backs. That was already your front. Then his sleeves, I didn't mention that either. These are his sleeves, and he likes a 4-inch cuff. So that's why the sleeves are so long. It's 2 of these, and so it's gonna fold over like that. He does a French cuff, and then it'll fold over like that. Fold over, and he'll be able to wear this as a French cuff. Okay. Then 2 of your sleeves is what you're going to need, 2 of those. And 2 of your continuous lap. That is for your sleeves as well. So, those are all the pieces you're going to need. If you want to know what's next, stay tuned. Okay, so we are back. And what you do, I got my 2 front pieces first. This is what I have. So, what I'm going to do, because on my front left, that's where your pocket goes, on your front left, okay? Oh, is that no, it's your front right. Front left, yes. This is where your pocket goes. So, you can take the other one out of the way for right now. And what you're going to do is I measure down 10 inches, and I go 3 across. That's what I do. I go down 10 inches. Your pocket is right at where your arm size is. So you go down 10. You mark that. Okay. I'm like, I know I had my pins. I go down 10. And then I come over. This has to be flapped over twice. So I come over 3 from there. So I'm going to be starting right here for my pocket. Okay? So what you do is you go grab your pocket and you're going to place it on your fabric. Place it on there. So once you have it placed on there, and as you can see, I didn't show y'all how I did that, did I? Your pocket, as you can see, I double flapped it over so it wouldn't be a rough end in there. When you put something in and out of your pocket, you know. Some people take a stitch and go across here. He doesn't like that, so I'm not going to do that. Before you put it on here, of course. So, you start at the top here, come down, pivot across, pivot back up and up. Double tack as you do that, and we'll be right back. Okay, so now we're back. So, we have our pocket sewn on. You probably can't see because of this fabric, so I'll put my hand in there and y'all let see that it is on there. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to do your fold over, okay? And you're going to put your lining, your interfacing in there, and that's going to give you structure. So this is what I did to both of them. You see my interfacing in there, and you see I folded over 1/8 of an inch. You're going to do that for both sides. Once you do that, you're going to stitch, and what I'm going to do to make sure I'm straight, I'm going to turn it over this way, stitch it right along this line here. Both stitches on both sides, right along that line there. And then when you do that, we'll be right back. Okay, so now we're back. Now that we have sewn those on, and as you can see, it's stitched down on both sides. Those pockets are on. These are your front sections. So let's put those to the side for a minute, okay? And grab your back piece, okay? Grab your back, okay? So you turn that right side up. And as you can see, it is block shape here because we have to add our yoke, okay? And this is the yoke. Oh, you should have 2 of these. And you do. So what you're going to do is, you should have notches. Well, start at your ends. And pin those. Okay. Start at your ends and pin them. Turn that one right side up, the back. Put that one on there as well. I always just do one at a time, even though they're going the same. Just make sure that I line them up right. So we're sandwiching the 2 yolks in between the back of the bodice. Okay, that's what we're doing. Now, you should have ease in there. So, stretch that ease out. I start in the middle first. See, got ease in there. And just work that ease in there. Okay, we're just going to work it in there. Okay, so you're going to go over to the sewing machine, do a 5/8 of an inch stitch across, and give it a nice press. And if you like, you can give it a nice top stitch across the back. I think I'll do that for his. We'll be right back. I don't know what happened there, but anyway, we're back. So at the shoulder seams, line your front pieces up on that yoke. The one yoke, just one. Not 2 of them, just one of them. See, that other yoke is back there. You see that? So, 5/8 of an inch seam allowance straight across there, and we'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. We got the shoulder seams done for the first one, and you notice you got, this is your back yoke for the inside. So we're going to do the rollover method, and this is the rollover method where we're going to roll this over and hem. Just roll it over, find your hems find your shoulder seams rather. And you pin those. Find it for both of them. It's kind of like you're sandwiching the whole shirt in between the two yolks. It takes a little bit of getting used to this because I had to learn how to get used to it. See, it's just sandwiched in there. We just rolled it up like a hot dog. So what we're going to do now is stitch straight across using your line here. That's your guide, your stitching line. You can use that, do that for both of them, and then I'll show you just flip it right out. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So as you can see, we have stitched straight across. Your shirt is sandwiched in there, and now all you gotta do is flip it out. Just flip it out, and let me show you the magic you have just done. You have just encased your shoulder seams. Look at that. Look, the inside. Look at the inside. Look how nice that's finished. All of that's inside of there now. All of that's finished. It's like that on both sides. Okay? So, that's your inside. It's all finished. Looking really nice. And so now what we're going to do, we're going to go over, get your both sides. So we're getting ready to put the sides together now. Now, for his sides, I told you that he wants a vent. He wants a vent. So, I'm going to start his vent at, let's see here. I'm going to give him a, I'm going to give him a 7-inch vent. So all you got to do is put a pin there, and you know to stop sewing there on both sides. Then once you do that, you're going to sew 5/8 of an inch seam allowance straight down. This is your side arm, underarm to there. Double tack. And then what we're going to do, we're going to do the double rolled over method to hold that in. Okay? And sew that around. We're going to do that on both of them, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back. So, as you can see, I have sewn down my sides. I did about an inch hem, and I'm going to tell you why I didn't do 5/8. I did a whole inch. It's because you want to turn these over. We're going to do encase stitching. You've seen these, the men's shirts. You notice that none of this is out on a men's shirt. So what we're going to do is get your scissors. Okay, here's my scissors. Get your scissors. And as you can see, my vents are in down here. My vents are already in. I just have not stitched them down yet. And all you do with the vent is, now that this is a vent, you stop. You're going to turn that in and, you know, double fold over. And then you're going to stitch up, go past the stitching lines, go past the opening, go up about 1/2 inch, come across in a block, and then come back down. That's all you do, and you got a nice stitch. But anyway, for to encase your seam, this is what you do. You start, and you do not snip past your you don't snip in there where your vent is. You snip up above there. And you're snipping, we're going to get rid of this fullness. You're snipping the back hem. You're going to leave this one up. You're doing the back one, okay? Because we want everything when we fold it over going toward the back. So, you just get rid of a lot of that fullness out of there. Look at that. See that? That's gone. So now what you're going to do, snip that too. You're going to take this over. You're going to fold it over. You see that? Look. Fold over 1/8 of an inch and then fold over and lay it down. You're going to do that all the way up, and then you're going to press it. Then you're going to go stitch it right next to that line that you already have. Okay? You got that? So what we're going to do, we've already shaved that fullness off from the inside. You left the one toward the front on. Then you're going to turn it over 1/8 of an inch and turn it again. Look, you got it encasing. It's encased in there. Then press it so it'll hold. Then you go and give it a stitch straight down. We're going to do that for both sides, and we'll be right back. Okay, so we're back, and as you can see, I have stitched straight up. All of that is enclosed in, and it's such a nice clean look. I got my vents in on each side. So that's all done. The only thing we need to do is hem the bottom, and I'm not going to do that. I always do that last. So what we're going to do now is work on our collar. Okay, that's what we're going to do next. So you grab your collar. You can put this out the way for a minute. Grab your collar. Then what you're going to do is start there at your point. You come all the way around to the other side. Trim off the excess. Turn it out and give it a press. And then we're going to attach it to our shirt. We'll be right back. Okay, so we are back, and as you can see, I had to make a few adjustments. At this point, I had my husband to try it on. So what I had to end up doing was opening the sleeves out a little bit more and adjusting some things in the front, and then the collar. As you can see, I have the collar on, and I added a binding to mine just to give it a nice little contrast. I didn't have to. I could have folded it under, but that's what I decided to do. So at this point, all you got to do now is get your buttonhole guide and start making your buttonholes for that part. You can put this to the side, and now we're going to work on the sleeves. Okay, so grab your sleeves. And the first thing I like to do on the sleeve is, I got my little line right here for my continuous binding. And so this is the part I like to do first. So what you're going to do, that line, you just get your scissors and you're going to slit all the way up to that dot. Okay? Slit. So you know, the smallest part is the back. So a lot of people don't realize that. I just realized that because I done twisted these things up so many times. So what I do is put a little dot or something to know where my back is. Okay, that's important because you don't want to put pleats back here. When you got to ease anything in, you'll ease it in on the biggest part, and that is the front. That will be the front part. But this smaller part here is the back. So to keep you in line and all of that, other than having to go and look at your double notches, you know that will be the back. But I just want something down here to reference. So I'm going to put one of those to the side. And what I do is I start from the back. Okay? And what I'm going to do is start wrong side to right side. Okay? Wrong side to the right side. And then what you're going to do, you're just going to sew, and you're going to ease that part in all the way around to both of these sides. Then you're going to flip it on the inside, double fold it over. We'll be right back when we do both of those. Okay, so this is what you should have. Your continuous lap. As you can see that, and see what I did? It should straighten out, straight across when you start sewing it from the bottom. And only about 1/8 of an inch is what you want to sew it all the way over to the other side. And you are doing this, remember I said right side of this to the wrong side of this fabric. Then what you're going to do, just snip it in there and it'll release a little bit. Don't snip your lines. Then you're going to turn it over to the front. When you turn this over to the front, you bring this to the front. And what you're going to do is you're going to fold over, okay? And you're going to do that all the way around. Give it a stitch. And this is what it should look like when you do that, okay? So, since this is the back, remember, you're going to take that top part and that should flatly lay on there. Turn that over and you see that, what you got? Give that a little stitch right there and that'll hold that in place. So, when you do that, get that all done, then we're going to work on our cuffs. So the cuffs, while I'm over there doing that, since I have this one done, the cuffs, what we're going to do, I'm going to fold both of it. This is how I do mine, y'all. I fold both of mine down on the end the same length. Fold both of these down about a half of an inch. And then, actually, scratch that. What I do, fold one down. I'm sorry, one. Then what I do is go down, pivot across, go back up. Leave one up. And actually, with the one you're going to leave up is the one without the interfacing, okay? All right, we'll be right back. Okay, so we're back, and as you can see, we have our sleeves done. You can see I did my sleeves the same way I did the side of my shirt. So these sleeves are all ready for the cuffs. So, and here's my cuffs. Remember I told you to leave this part up, flip the side down that has the interfacing and leave the other side up. Stitch all the way across down, and then what I did was, you can see I clipped those edges off and turn it out in right side out, and this is what you should have. So now what you're going to do, this is what you should have. You're going to grab one of your sleeves, okay, and that part that is down, flat down, you're going to start right there at the side there. Am I doing this right? No, I am not doing it right. Okay. There. And actually I did this backwards. The side that with the interfacing should have been on this side. So mine is going to be backwards. However, it's not the end of the world. So what I'm going to do is go all the way around here to the other side. And you got a kind of a guide there already. I keep leaving my pins. Get my pins. Okay. The side that is flipped up is your guide. So that's about a half of an inch. And that's what you should be sewing all the way around. But to line this up, what you're gonna do, you remember I said that if you have any, remember what I said, if you have any ease in there, you can make pleats. And you make your pleats on the top side over here. That's where your fullness is, all that extra is. So just making sure you're making the pleats that will go backwards, not forward. You don't want pleats going the opposite way. So make sure your pleats are going the right way. Okay, so that means folding it backwards, and it look like I'll be able to have two pleats on here. Yeah, two pleats. Two pleats. now what I'm going to do is take it over to the machine and stitch all the way around. I already got this end flapped over, so I'm just going to flap that over from there. You do that on both of them and we'll be right back. Okay, so we are back. And as you can see, the cuffs are done. He's got a 4-inch cuff. That's the way he likes his cuffs. A 4-inch French cuff. He likes those like that. So all I gotta do is put the buttonhole in there so he can be able to put his cufflinks in there. Okay, and I have connected one of the sleeves to the shirt, as you can see, but I have not finished it off yet. I'm probably going to finish it off with some binding like this, or I might roll it over. I think I'm going to do binding because I don't think it's enough to do that. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and add the other sleeve and add my buttons. And if you want to see how it looks, I'm going to have him model this for you. So if you would you please like, share, and subscribe to this page? I would really, really appreciate that. And tell a friend. We'll be doing more of the men's shirts, or I also make two-piece, my husband's a pastor, so I'll also make two-piece preaching suits for him as well. So you will see this on him, so stay tuned if you want to see. Love, peace, and